Hello my friends and welcome to another video. So a few weeks ago I made a video about branding and giving you some of my insights and advice on how to create your own brand, how to maintain it, choose themes, color palette, strategy, not marketing. I'm not a marketer, I'm trying my best here. I have no idea what it is yet, but still learning. So yeah, anyway, but in terms of aesthetics, in terms of planning and creating something beautiful and basically how to make it look like high quality without using a lot of equipment. Some of you will say that I am a hypocrite for saying this because I have equipment. First of all, I don't have very high quality equipment. It's pretty basic. It's on the minimum, even my camera. But basically it's a matter of choice if you wanna buy equipment or not. I need to note that before I bought my own equipment, I used to make my own crafts. I even had a pop filter for my microphone that it was handmade. I shit you not. And the thing I used for my backdrop was basically well, not this closet, the one that I had on my previous house, but basically I put the backdrop here and it fell. So yeah, you can be creative with a lot of household items. You can be semi-professional like me and have some equipment, or if you want to do it very, very professionally and you have knowledge of what you're doing, you can buy expensive equipment, but I don't believe this is the most important thing here. I don't know why I'm starting this video with this disclaimer. I think it's very important to know. I'm not planning to be here and say, okay, buy this and this and this. I don't want you to buy anything, because you can do all of this at home with what you already have and with your phone, because phones have good camera nowadays. There's a lot of software, editing software online that's amazing, and also you can I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. There's some websites where you can download software that's happening to be there. So for today's video, I wanted to focus mostly on taking photos of your items. Of course, as I said in that video, you can promote your services as well, or your art if you are a musician, let's say, your CD art, your album cover, or even your face, you are the product there, you are the one that makes the music. But for the sake of making this video easier to explain, I will add products and I will take you guys, it's gonna be instructional and also not vlog, but I'm gonna show you my behind the scenes from my latest Etsy shop photo shoot, where I took some photos of my jewelry that I made during the previous months. I decided to upgrade my Instagram feed for my Etsy shop. I wanted some new content and decided to bring all the new products and yeah, take some cool photos, edit them, plan my feed, schedule the post. I'm gonna show you all of this and how you can do it. It's pretty easy. So the first step for this, apart from brainstorming ideas, which I'm not gonna mention here, when you want to start doing this, you have to set the scene. What I mean by this is either you can put everything on a table, bring some props, bring some lights, or put it near a window to have natural light. This is what I do because I love natural lighting. Although I own a softbox, which is the closest to natural light as possible. It's better than the umbrella one that has a lot of sharp, light on it. But basically, I prefer natural lighting. So yeah, zero cost, unless it's a very gloomy day. But for example, today is a very gloomy day and you can see I'm near the window, natural light, all good, you don't need anything else. So yeah, you gotta set the scene, put your backdrop or not if you don't want one. I personally bought this backdrop holder. It's super cheap. Bought it here from Greece, but I'm sure you can find some similar ones on Amazon, eBay, whatever, or secondhand, or you can craft one. As I said, I used to hang it on my closet, the fabric that I wanted to have. I used to hang it on the closet. You can hang clothes, scarves there. I bought these fabrics because I wanted them for something else, and so I got to keep them, and now I reuse them, so it was money worth spent, but I think it was below 10 euros each. It's pretty cheap. The backdrop hanger is not the best one, and well, it's very cheap, so I'm not complaining. If you want to add something very heavy on it, it will be a bit, it might fall if you move it. But yeah, for something like this, it's completely like this type of satin fabric is very light, so I had no issues, as you can see. And apart from that, I got some flowers. These are flowers my mom gathered for me on May Day, because we used to gather flowers and make our flower crowns, and so this year she got me some roses, wild roses. There's this garden near where I live that no one lives there anymore, but there are so many wildflowers and wild roses. I don't know how they're able to be alive, no one's taking care of them, and my mom sometimes sneaks in and, like cats, tries to preserve them. She has green fingers, by the way, and she tries to like cut some acres and make them more, you know, and so she got some flowers as well that are going to blech, so she gave them these, and I decided to add them for my photo shoot. The rose petals started to fall by that time, but that was no issue by me, because I was inspired by the rose petals themselves. Like, I wanted to make a video where I could throw them, and I will put it on slow motion and it will be very aesthetic. I really want to see how that turned. I will post the results, of course, afterwards. I think this step is very self-explanatory. I don't know why I rambled on so much, but yeah, the second step is the most obvious and important one. Pick your products, decide which ones you want to use, try to use the best things that you own. Like, my own saying is, I will never make something like a product, jewelry, whatever the fuck I make without wanting to use it first, like use it myself. I wouldn't make it just for it to exist and make money out of it. I would want to create something that I would need. So it's a very honest thing to do when you're creating. Pick your good products, pick the ones that you want to advertise, that you want to show out in the world, that you want your business, your thing to be tied to you. After that, for the third step, that's optional, by the way, but you can choose a model, either yourself. This is what I do, honestly, because I'm very shy. Like, I couldn't imagine myself work with models. Like, even my friends, I wouldn't imagine myself putting them the jewelry and like make them pose. So I do everything myself. They turned out completely fine. I don't cringe with having to be social or something. So the fourth step is pick a pose if you're talking about a person, or like ankles. Like, choose 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes different angles. You don't want all your photos to be the same. Of course, if we're talking about like tons of jewelry, tons of like the same product with small details that are changing each time, I would understand that you want a simple background and them to be like this, like catalog. But now we're talking more of a kind of creative process, so you don't want everything to be the same. Of course, you will have a beautiful set already set and you would want to utilize that, and I assume that if you find 2-3 ankles that are very beautiful, you would want to put all your products like this and take the photos like this. But try to experiment. Like, it's gonna be consistent anyway, because all the colors are gonna be the same, all the photos were gonna be taken on the same day, so you edit them, you're gonna use like the same filters, I assume. So it's gonna be cohesive and aesthetically pleasing to begin with, so you don't have to take the ankles the same. Like, take some from afar, some for more close-ups, some with more props, some with just the product details, some, I don't know, you can make some videos as well now that you have your set. I try to utilize this as much as I can, because I'm very bored to just do the exact same thing the next day. It's very tiring, and I don't think I will make it exactly like it, so I prefer to take as much photos and content as I want on that day. There's only one step left, the fifth step, which is experiment and don't be repetitive, and that's mostly what I've said in the previous one, but I want to stay on this. It's not that hard, to be honest. If you do a good research on Pinterest, you'll find so much inspiration there that you would not need to try and milk your brain and try to find an idea or something. It's gonna come very naturally, and also if what you want to showcase is beautiful on its own, you don't need much, honestly. A good lighting, a background, Like, you don't even need flowers like I did. I'm a maximalist, so my aesthetic is a lot of things. So of course you don't have to do that if you are something like a minimalist. You can just go for a walk in the beach or in the forest. You can like take a rock and put your rings on it. It's gonna look amazing, like, trust me. Or take a leaf from a tree or from like the street if you don't want to cut it, but it's gonna look amazing. Also, what helps me a lot is frames. I have a frame collection, a mirror collection, painting collection. I've had some inherited to me when my grandparents died, but I also try to thrift and find antique stores on travels. I have made a video with all my travel acquirings, and like I will leave it here if you want to watch it, but basically it's really easy and cheap to find things. You just have to find, you know, you just have to know where you're gonna search and know how to bargain sometimes. But yeah, it's a process. Like, if you start getting into it, I'm sure you're gonna get used to it and it will come naturally. I know this, all these that I'm saying will sound too much. I know, and I'm sorry. It's gonna get better. As long as you keep on being consistent and doing things, it's gonna get better. And yeah, try not to make it too obvious when you're creating photos, because these are not catalog photos. Of course you can use them on your shop, but these are for your socials. You want to make beautiful, aesthetically pleasing content. You don't want to be like, this is a product, buy it. This is what I hate watching. Like, as a consumer, I hate being on socials and see products like on my face. I want them to be beautifully implemented in like a piece of work or art, whatever, and then if I like it, I'll decide if I want to buy it or not. But I just don't want products shoved in my face. So yeah, please don't do it when you want to promote your own content as well. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing from all the others that I said. Now that the blah blah boring part is over, I'm gonna show you my photos. So these are the photos, edited of course. I decided not to show the editing process because it's very boring. I use Photoshop. I experiment with the camera raw setting because I take the photos with a DSLR and I put the raw setting. Yeah, so these are all the photos I took. I'm very happy. I also took some videos, mostly for my Etsy shop video thing, because it says there that if you upload videos that they're gonna be more promoted than listings with photos only. I'm not sure if it works, but I try to do it as well. Yeah, this is how I planned my feed. I like how the colors look next to each other. I think it's very aesthetically pleasing, and I want to take more now to just kind of spice things up, because I really like combining a lot of colors, although it's very consistent now. I want to break the squares by adding something else in the middle maybe. Who knows? I'm very excited for what's next. I hope this video helped. Again, I'm not like a teacher or something, okay? I'm trying to help. I'm really happy watching your comments on the previous one I uploaded. You said that it helped you. I'm so happy if it did even a little bit. I know it's a process. I know a lot of people in the internet, on the internet say the same things as me, so it's not something special. Some people say something else. Maybe it's more helpful. I don't know. I'm getting too self-conscious now. That's my advice. I hope it helps. I hope you use it sometime in the future. Please let me know. Send it to me. I would love to not review it. I'm not a reviewer, but I would like to see these tips displayed there. Yay! Anyway, so yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I will see you in my next one. That's very awkward. I don't know. Bye!